is literally called in our folder Conroe Cabal because of the conflict of interest and the ties that all of these people seem to have with each other.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, it's a stupid question, but do you think there's a cabal going on?
Well, I'll start with this. I am not a conspiracy theorist. Okay, I believe that if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and talks like a duck, it's a duck, right? And I'm not going to try to put a square peg in a round hole. But with the facts in this case and the pattern of behavior surrounding the 418th District Court, the allegations that precede my case with Judge Tracy Gilbert and the players involved, when you've got opposing counsel getting paid rent by the amicus, and the amicus's best friend and former board member and campaign contributor becoming the parenting facilitator, the parenting facilitator owning the building that the kid's therapist practices in, the parenting facilitator being a former president of the court-ordered only supervised visitation access that I have with my children, and then finding out that the amicus is actually a board member and a director and on the tax returns of that place. And then the icing on the cake for me and the cherry on top was finding out that the ABC director was the parenting facilitator's former personal assistant and a former client.
Well, not to
the
mention
amicus.
the board member who helped pick the jury for
Oh,
opposing
yeah.
counsel.
And then the current sitting president
Yes.
at the time of Access Builds Children, Lisa Bruce, she not only revoked my visitation in September with my children, she was the deciding board member that is on the record in my trial. She also joined in voir dire in helping opposing counsel select jurors. Now, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's too many coincidences and too many connections here for someone not to say, well, if all of this is even remotely true, there's no way that these people could make decisions or recommendations from a non-biased, neutral perspective. They can't. Nobody could. We're all human, right? So people protect their own. I'm going to do what I can to protect my children, her children, my wife, my family, and my friends. And I understand that. But when it becomes to a point where it compromises impartiality, it's a problem. And at the end of this, you're dealing with children. And the law says that what's in the best interest of the children. And I'm thankful to have met some really dynamic people that are really trying to change, family law. Robert Garza with the equal parenting time and the 3 strikes, and he's been pretty instrumental in helping us kind of navigate this path. Dr. Brooks McKenzie, these folks they see there's a problem. There's an absolute problem. The court is set up to create a winner and a loser. And there's no way that somebody could look at, what I would call the kind of the cycle of life and say that there should ever be a loser or a winner when it comes to custody. If the best interest of the children is to have both parents, if they're of sound mind and, they're good parents, then that's the way that the court should view it, because God made us equally. It takes a man and a woman, and it takes a village to raise children, and I just feel like I'm being silenced, and they're absolutely covering their tracks.
What you just said was beautiful. That was so eloquent. I don't know why you were nervous, because you encapsulated that
Thank you.
perfectly.
Okay.
So there's that, because that's